Welcome to my class. In this particular video session, we will talk about computing models. There are two types of computing models. The first one is traditional model and the second one is modern model. In the traditional model, we have three categories of models. The first one, mainframe architecture. The second is PC, personal computer architecture. And the third one is file server architecture. In the case of modern model, we have four categories. The first one is client server computing. The second one, cluster computing. The third one, grid computing. And the fourth one, cloud computing. In this particular video, we will talk about only the traditional model. Traditional computing model. There are three traditional computing models. Mainframe architecture. Architecture means design. Mainframe design or mainframe computing model. Second is personal computers architecture or personal computing or personal computer model. The third one is file sharing architecture, file sharing design, file sharing model. Let's start with the mainframe architecture, then we will move on to personal computers and file sharing. Mainframe architecture model or mainframe computing model. In mainframe architecture, there are two types of computer, mainframe computer and dumb terminal. So the first computer is mainframe computer and it is termed as host computer. It has huge processing and storage power. In other words, the CPU of mainframe computer is quite big one and at the same time it can store voluminous amount of data. The second one is dumb terminal. Dumb terminal is a computer which has no processing power and which has no data storage capability. In other words, it does not have any CPU of its own and it cannot store any processed information with itself. So in the mainframe architecture, we have mainframe computer and dumb terminal. All intelligence is with the central host computer, that is mainframe. As it has a very big CPU, it can process data and it can store voluminous amount of data. That is why we say that it has all the intelligence. First one, mainframe architecture. User interact with the host through a dumb terminal and sends information to the host. In other words, the user works on dumb terminals and enter data through keyboard of dumb terminal. The data enters on dumb terminal goes to mainframe, that is host computer, for processing and storage. It allows many users to share a single computer's application and databases. After processing of data, the mainframe computer sends back the processed data to dumb terminals for displaying purpose. Limitations of mainframe architecture. The whole processing and storage load was on the mainframe computer. The second limitation is all commands given to the computer were text-based commands, that is character user interface, as there was no graphical user interface, GUI. So the mainframe of that time did not support GUI, graphical user interface. Third limitation, mainframe computers did not have access to multiple databases from various geographical sites. Fourth limitation, mainframe computers cost literally thousands of times more than PCs. Now mainframes have found a new use as a server in distributed client-server architecture. These are some of the limitations of mainframe architecture. Personal computer computing model or PC computing model. It is also termed as desktop computing. In the early 1970s, with the introduction of the PC and its operating system, independent computing quickly became common. Now a computer need not get connected to any network. It can start processing through its own CPU and it can store data with itself. Disconnected, independent personal computing models allow processing loads to be removed from a central computer. Now a PC can process on its own and it can store data with itself. So there was no need for any central computer like mainframe computer. Now the limitations of PC computing. These PCs were not connected to any network. They were not connected to any mainframe, so they cannot share data which the mainframe computing allowed. So here, besides not being able to share data, disconnected PC users cannot share expensive resources that mainframe users can share. The personal computer, PC computing, desktop computing became popular and used with different software such as MS Office, AutoCAD, Photoshop, Visual Studio, and Dreamweaver, etc. Personal computing became popular for these softwares. Now let's talk about the limitation of PC computing. The data sharing and resource sharing problem of independent PCs quickly led to the birth of file server, file sharing computing model. Besides not being able to share data, disconnected PCs user cannot share expensive resources that mainframe system user can share. Now we move on to the third computing model, that is file server or file sharing computing model. File server file sharing computing model. Since desktop or PC computing allowed disconnected and independent processing, soon a need was felt to share the data with standalone PCs. This limitation of PC computing led to the birth of file server or file sharing computing model. The original PC networks were based on file sharing architecture, where the servers downloads files from the shared location to the desktop environment. Now all vital storage will be on the mainframe computer and practically all processing is on personal computers. The mainframe computers were used as file servers. Whenever user working on PC wants a file from the mainframe server, the server sends that file to the user's desktop environment. The requested user job is then run in the desktop environment. All storage was on file servers and all processing was on PCs. After working on the file, the PC user sent back that file to the file server for storage. So in the file server or file sharing computing model, all storage was done on mainframe computers and all processing was done on PCs. PCs for processing and mainframe computers for file storage. File server architecture works well if shared usage is low. Second, updating contents are low. And the third one is the volume of data transfer is low. In that case, the file server architecture can work very well. The server stores the data while the PCs processes the directed data. Essentially, this is a case of dumb server and smart personal computer relationship. The server will send the entire file over the network, even though the PC only requires a few records in the file to satisfy the information request. It simply adds to the network traffic and limiting customer service. Now some of the problems of file server computing model, they are as follows. The file server model does not support data concurrence, that is simultaneous access to a single data set by multiple users, that is required by multi-user applications. If many PCs request and send many files in a LAN, the network can quickly become flooded with traffic, therefore degraded the overall system performance. Because in this case, not only the few record goes to the PC, rather the server sends the complete file to the PCs. It can satisfy about 12 users simultaneously. In 1990, PC LAN computing changed because the capacity of file sharing was strained as the number of online users grew. Second problem, GUI, graphical user interface, became popular, making mainframes and terminal displays appear out of date. With the result, modern client-server architecture emerged as a result of the limitation of file server architecture. So look, we started with mainframe architecture, in which the whole processing and storage was done by mainframe. With the mainframe, dumb computers were attached to it. In the second case, we have PCs computing, personal computers computing model, in which all processing and storage were done by PCs and they were standalone. But we started feeling that there is a need to interconnect these PCs with other computers. So it led to the development of file server computing model. But in the file server computing model, we again started facing problems. With the emergence of limitations of file server architecture, it led to the development of modern client server architecture. Thank you very much.